Hallo, ik ben Miri. Ik wil graag weer mijn haren in het portefeuille. Het mag een stuk korter weer asymmetrisch. En de lok een beetje langer.
Ja, je hebt heel veel haar.
Ja, heel veel.
Miri wants asymmetrical hairstyles. She wants short and underlines. And yeah, that's the main reason why she's here.
Ja.
Wil je een rondje draaien?
Ja.
She turns around to show you the starting of our haircut. And I thank her for that.
Ja.
Let's start on you.
Hello friends on YouTube. I got me a Mary as model. Always I start with protection. And she has a lot of hair. And she loves short hair, but still a bit feminine, so she always has more hair. And that's why we choose for asymmetrical hairstyle. Start by wetting the hair. And then I lay the upper hair aside. Because we already have undercut. But you hardly see this because it's so much hair. Starting in the underlines. We are growing back. So I take the asymmetrical line till I get on the back, on the skull bone. I lay all hairs aside. Pinches. So now I can get to the other lines. Starting here. Wet it some more. Watch it, the line is growing back, so I come in there. This is the opposite line of the asymmetrical line. Because now I take the eyebrow bone as a guideline. And by leaving this a little bit longer, you get the rounding that the shape needs to get in the asymmetrical fall. Continue on the line, so I work till I get on the back, in the underlines, at the rounding of the skull to skull bone. And I work till I get on the half of the head. So first finish this line. Take my Chiquione clipper. The nice thing is working with a clipper and a comb, you can always guide the hairs into the clipper. Just by pulling and pushing on the hairs. Put my blade to the back, leaning on the end of my blade. Gliding over the skin. With a small clipper I clean the contour. continue on the line. In the underline, I want to get on the center line. I'm gonna switch over to the short side on the left side. You see she has real interesting curves into the hairs. And how dark the underline is. So now I have myself the baseline of the neckline. Get over to my clipper again. In the center I lift the hairs up and push them the way I want them. And connect to the line of cutting. This I leave because I really love it. Following the natural lines. And again connected to the line of cutting. Put my blade to the back. Coming into the line where the hairs come together. This way I thin it out a little bit. We're leaning on the side of the muscle of the neckline. Go to my small clipper again. Following the natural shapes. Clean this in between. So no small hairs can get into our clothes. Free the up hair. So now I'm starting on the short side. Lay the hairs over it. En start een nieuw part. Tegen braadsding ben jij zeg. Wat voor dikkie.
Ja, voor mijn koe moeten we de andere kant op.
Ja, maakt niet uit. Het is net de politiek, hè? Je links en rechts dan. Maar deze kant is lang geworden, hè? Okay, parting on the short side, the lines. Watch at the eyebrow line. Take the hairs up. Also watch at the curly effects of the natural hair. Working till I get on the back where I start with the clipper cut. And of course the short hairline. Bit up hair aside. Bit hard. Starting again, working in the line. Like I did on the other side. And set out the line. Back over the same line. Get rid of that curly effect on the front. Coming to the clipper again. to the fine part of my comb. And connecting all the lines. Take my blade to the back, go over the skin line and the contour, of course. Set the hairs the way I want them. So now I have my asymmetrical frame.
Mijn ouders zitten echt kippen.
Ja, dat geloof ik wel. Dat is ook gezellig voor die oudjes.
Ja.
Dan hebben ze hoeven de wekker niet te zetten, dat scheelt hè.
En dan hebben we een hond.
Leuk.
Ja.
Now clean this up and start with cutting the upper hair. Wetting the upper hair, take out the clips. Find me the way where the natural parting lines are. Going into the line and the fall of the hairs. Now you can see the line because it's laying here, but I have to be aware that I don't cut into the underlines. But for those who want to see the line, this is the line. So take the hairs up, lay my fingers in the line of the eyebrow line and give it a slight graduation to the back. So I turn the hairs into the back. You can see this when I take away my fingers, you can see the laying of the hair. So again, come at the line, bend my fingers into the line of the skull bone, and you see by forcing the hairs into this curve, they stay in that curve. Because she has thick hair, I go in with a point cut. So it softens the lines. Just stay working in the same way. Coming to the back, set out the line to the line where I want to go with the asymmetrical line. Again, bending, laying, don't force anything. Just give it a smooth feeling of getting to the back with no disturbance. Coming back in the center. Now I have to be aware that I have to twist around. So also on this side, I twist it also a bit in the asymmetrical line. So I know that I have some movement in the underline. So I take this to the left side, point it, give it that point cut technique, then twist over in the opposite lines and take the same line once again. Then I go to the upper hair, take it up, put the point cut technique in it. gives us a playable effect. And also she can do more with the hair, because now you can see that it's waving to the other side. Going to the longer part. Set out the line. Knowing in the underlines I have this undershave. Set the upper hair aside. Pin this aside. Starting in the center line. And this I do because I need to turn to the front to see this. And then I come to the longer part. Turn it in. Lay my fingers in the line of the chin line. And graduate by turning my fingers in so it lays to the back. So you see this falls nicely to the back. Hierboven zitten plaatzetters, dat kun je horen.
Ja.
Hoor je die platen, die hoor je ze vouwen. Dat is wel een mooi geluid. Take every time when I take the hairs up, also the curve of the skull into the line. So don't force it straight down, now lay it into the line. And stay watching at the natural fall. First line is always natural fall. Take a new line on it. Again, start in the back. Turn a bit so you can see what I do. Starting in the back, take the hairs up, lift them, so get more swing into them. And I have a perfect fold to the hairs, but here you see the waving goes the other way around. So there I go in. And bend my waving into that line. So I create a new perfect fold to the hairs. Then I go back to the front. Het is echt maandagochtend. And connect a new layer on the line of cutting. Again, bend in the way the natural fall falls. Take the upper hair into a curve, go in, point cut the upper line. This takes away a lot of the weight of the hairs. Watch it, the natural fall. Correct, it's in a freehand style. Always the part behind the ears is a little bit off of the line. And so you see I do this slice cutting. Going to the last part of the upper hair. Starting in the back again. Graduate the first line over the roundings of the skull. And do this with a point cut. My guideline and underlines. Then I come at the line where the hair waves the other way around. So I take the hairs up, point cut in the underline, continue on the line of cutting. Twist them around to get the cross control. Now take the hairs from the center of the skull to the back and lay them over the roundings to the back, so all the lines connect afterwards to this line. So turn it so you can see what I'm doing. So take all the hairs to the back, lay them over the rounding of the skull and connect the asymmetrical lines to the opposite lines of the asymmetrical line. It's a bit like working with a bob. Go to the last part. Have all the hairs from the front connected to the opposite lines on the. So now the only thing I have to do is make a little bit balance in the weight, because this is still a lot of weight. So I part this in the same lines as the asymmetrical lines. Ultra fine teeth thinning scissor. Take a little bit away of the weight. It also softens the line. Take a new line on it. Take it over to the other side, go in, and lifting out, so not coming into the other line again. Now the only part that's still more thick than the rest is this part. So take it into the line of the chin line. Turn a bit so you can see this. This part is also a bit thicker than the rest. Go in. Hold my scissor in the line of the chin line. And go down. This reduces a lot of the weight and makes the fall much nicer. She has a lot of hair. On the fall of the skull, take the hairs up. Also with my thinning scissor, and soften the line. Again, here she has good hair, strong. So now I have a lot more playability and a nicer fall to the hairs. Okay, going to the front, because this is growing back. We had an ultra short underline into this hairstyle. You can still see it. Now this I make more possible to grow back, so I turn it where it needs to go to the back on the asymmetrical line, then lay it into the line, lift the hairs up, just to give it some graduation, and I'm certain that I have done all the ends of the hairs. Go back over the same line. Take the hairs up, twist them into the line of following. Coming at the turn from the front to the back. So lift my technique to the other side. Then straight up hair. Control only the ends, nothing more than that. And then I'm gonna make her a color. Now she is real nice grey, but with toners we can make it more exciting. And she loves colors in life, so that's why we do this. And she loves purple colors that you can see on her closely. So can't do something with that. But for so far the cut. Putting on the protection for coloring. Stay in line of the colors, of course. Purple cape. Prince will be jealous. Purple cape, purple cape. He's smiling into the clouds. Gonna work with the Loom Play. Loom Play. It's a violet. And this apply on the grey hairs. The nice thing of the violet colors is they always color back to nice grey hair. I soften this color by putting some clear into it. Een beetje deze dadelijk uitspoelt, zie je heel mooi zacht van kleur. Het is echt prachtig. Mooi bij de kleren ook hier aan.
Ja, ik hou van paars, dat weet je wel.
Ja. Dat is ook mooi.
Ja.
Het is een mooie kleur, man.
Ja.
Okay, now all the colors on my hair. So close to the foil. What I told you, wait for 50 minutes. Then rinse it out, lock it, because you have to lock. This takes about 5 minutes. And then we're back for styling. So don't go away. I've got it. Okay, back from coloring. It's a real nice violet color. And now I'm gonna dry it, of course. Now she has strong hair, so don't need a lot of product to keep it strong. But what I love is to use smooth products, because then you hold the hairs nice, smooth, and they shine wonderful. What I'm using is Smooth of Lanza. Comb this product through the hairs. Starting to blow dry, and start blow drying with a large brush. So far blow drying. Now I want some smoothness into the hairs. So take a little bit of polish of Lakme. This is the soft wax. but it doesn't grease there. When I want a bit more grease, I take a little bit on my fingers just to get that funky feeling in it. On top of that, I take a little bit soft hairspray. It's a flexible hairspray, so I don't want stiff hairspray because I don't like that. And this is Mary's new hairstyle, new color. I thank you for watching. I thank her for being my model. I give her a glasses back so you can see how that looks. Alsjeblieft.
Dankjewel.
We see each other next video and she will turn around to show you the end result. Bye bye. Ja, doe maar. Dankjewel.
Dankjewel. Hallo, ik ben Miri. Ik wil graag weer mijn haren dit wordt een thee. Je mag een stuk korter weer asymmetrisch. En de lok een beetje langer.
Ja, ik heb heel veel haar.
Ja, heel veel.
Mary wants asymmetrical hairstyles. She wants shortened underlines. And yeah, that's the main reason why she's here.
Ja.
Wil je een rondje draaien?
Ja.
She turns around to show you the starting of our haircut. And I thank her for that.